Hello everybody, and welcome back to this Let's Play of MechWarrior Online. This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur, and today I just want to bring an episode after a long time. My last episode was sometime last year, and so it's been quite a long time, and so what's been happening is that at some point PGI introduced the community warfare, which was long awaited, and so it's been quite a number of changes now, and I do find that the community warfare is a lot more fun now compared to when it was first introduced, when it was first released. And so I just want to... Today's video will be just a match of me playing community warfare, and so for those of you who have never seen community warfare before, you click on the faction tab here, and I better join up to this one. Okay, so alright, I thought that was almost a full match, almost a full group of team members. So it turns out that there's already 12 guys waiting. And alright, so this is the galaxy map for those of you who have never seen it. And so as you can see, I'm with the Federated Sons, or otherwise known as House Davian. And this is where they are. This is their territory and the sphere of influence. And alright, so outpost is... And here you've got the other houses. This is Draconis Combine, House Steiner, House Liao, and this is House Merrick. And here you've got the Rasalag Republic, if I pronounce the name correct. And here you've got the clans, and the clans are basically the invaders that's left with Alexander Kerensky a long time ago. And so in their long absence, they've reformed themselves and they've transformed themselves into a warrior society. And so they are now invading the inner sphere, and their goal is to take control of Terra, which is the cradle of civilization. And so right now the community warfare is at beta 2. So it's been quite a long time since it was first released. And I remember when it was first released, it was very hard for players to get into, at least for myself, speaking for myself at least. I spent a lot of time just waiting in the queue to get into a match. And so quite often what I found was that I would spend maybe 10 minutes or more just waiting to get into a match, and I couldn't get into it. And so, but PGI has been listening to community feedback, and so now they've introduced a lot of these things to allow you to monitor which planets are currently being contested and which planets have the most, the number of attackers and defenders. So every match will require 12 attackers and 12 defenders, and so by looking at this you can tell when is a good time to join, to line up for a planet that's been contested. So here, as you can see, this one here, Star's End, there's 39 attackers and 51 defenders. So by going by 12 increments, so there will be 12 players, 24, 36 and 48. So if you go by that, then you'll know when will be a good time for you to join a queue for a planet. And so while I'm waiting, I'll just talk about the things that I found were that I liked about the community warfare system. So one thing that I do like is the way that PGI has built quite a lot of immersion systems into the community warfare module. So one thing that I did like was that when you're in an inner sphere house, which I am, when you're fighting up against another inner sphere house, then all your team members will be from the same house. So let's say if I'm fighting up against the Draconis Combine, then all my team members will be from the Federated Sons, and likewise the opposing team will be all from the Draconis Combine. And so I found that was a good immersion feature, and you know it does make you feel more immersed in the game. And so I also like that if you're in an Innisphere house, then you can only take in Innisphere mechs. And likewise, if you're signed up with the clans, then you can only take in clan mechs. And I do find that that is a good restriction. You know, it does build further immersion into the game. So it's not like if you play just a regular match, then you can take in Innisphere or clan mechs. But however, one thing that I do like a lot is that if you take an Innisphere mech, then you can only use Innisphere weapons, equipment, and modules, and the same likewise for clan mechs. So that means you cannot mix and match clan and Innisphere technology. So that means you cannot put Innisphere weapons into clan mechs and vice versa. So you know, that is, even though that is a restriction, and some people might find that that is a severe restriction, but you know, for me, I find that that is a great immersion factor for me. So I do like the way that PGI has implemented the restrictions, and it really does build immersion into the game, in my opinion. And so right now, I'm just going to wait for a match to happen, and alright, I think Star's End looks like it might be okay. And so even though, you know, a lot of good things have been implemented by PGI, I find that maybe what PGI can do is that they can put a list here. And so because right now, if I'm preparing for drop, if I'm in this screen, then I cannot see what's happening with the other planets, you know, the number of attackers and defenders on those planets. So what I think PGI can do is they can add a small window here that shows all the planets, like what I see when I'm not on this screen. So they can put it here, or maybe just shift this entire window to the left, and then put the list of planets and the number of attackers and defenders over here, so that, you know, if you're still waiting for the players to join up, then you can see what's happening with the other planets. So let's say, because what I found sometimes was that sometimes when I'm waiting for a match to build, excellent. So what I found sometimes was that when I was waiting for a match to build, sometimes I would see the players would start leaving, and you know, sometimes I would wonder why that is happening. And so it turns out that part of the reason is because the players, they see that other planets are needing more defenders, so they start to leave and they join up other planets. And it would mean that if I'm still waiting here, then I will wait for much longer time. So, you know, I think it would be good if PGI can put a list of the planets and the number of attackers and defenders. That way, you know, it will be possible for me to monitor what's happening, and that way, you know, if I want to join up another planet, help defend or attack another planet, then I'll be able to make a better choice, rather than, you know, sitting in the dark and not knowing what's going on with the other planets. And so here you've got the dropship, and for those of you who don't know, you can take a maximum of 4 mechs, and you must take, so every time you drop into a match, you must take 4 mechs with you, and you have a minimum and maximum tonnage, and the current tonnage that you have. So for me, it's 240, and I've taken 240, and you can choose the mech that you want to drop in first. So usually what I do is I drop in with my Centurion. It's kind of like my mech to sort of soften up the enemy a little bit, and then after that I would take in my other mechs. So alright, so we're just waiting for the attacking queue to form up, waiting for opponent. And so I'm not sure how long it's going to take, and I think another thing that PGI can implement is show how many players from the attacking side or from the opposing team, show how many players are currently joining up, so that way, you know, they don't have to show the name, but just show the number of players who are coming in, so that way we can know whether we should continue to stay or whether we should leave. Because right now, if we can't see the number of players that are joining up, then, you know, people who don't have the patience to wait for the timer to count down, you know, they might be wondering whether they should leave or continue to wait. Because once your team forms, then there is a countdown timer, and so I'm not sure, if I'm not mistaken, this is just my guess, that when the timer counts down, when it runs out, then I think our team will automatically win the match. And like I said, I'm not too sure about that, but that's just from what I can guess. So yeah, I think one good thing that PGI can do is introduce a, you know, like maybe like a counter to show you how many players out of 12 are lining up, and, you know, that way we can all see, you know, how long it roughly would take for the other side to form their team. And okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll cut back when the attacking queue has formed up, and then we'll get onto the match. Okay, so now we've got the attacking queue. So both teams have formed, and now we're just waiting for a short countdown. And we're playing on the Hellbore Springs, and so this does appear to be a clan versus inner sphere, because all my team members are from the inner sphere. So alright, so we're doing counter attack. Alright, that's new, Star's End. That's a bit of description about the planet, or about the system. So I'm not sure whether there's anything essential, you know, that's going to affect the outcome. So I don't know, if we win this match, maybe we'll get some additional benefits, I don't know, but and one thing that I do like a lot is now in the community warfare, when you enter a match, you drop into the match, into the world, via dropship, and I find that's really cool, because it does remind me of how it was when in MechWarrior 2, back when I was a kid. I played that game, and a lot of times you would drop into the mission map via dropship. So
reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems online.
how cool is that? And so yes, the dropships will appear. They will appear over the skies and then drop your mech. Okay, so, and by the way guys, there is integrated VoIP.
Push right.
As you can see. Push to the right, okay.
Let's just defend it today and wait for them to come down.
So that is really cool, the integrated VoIP. That way you can communicate with your team members if you have a mic. So I think PGI has added a lot of new features and a lot of improvements to the game. And by the way, you know, if you got to watch out when you drop from the air. If you land too hard or too fast, your leg will take damage. So So if you have jump jets, then it's a good idea to soften the impact of the landing. So I'm just going to go ahead and go up to the front and do some scouting. Okay, I think this is good. Enable me to see better.
Holding at B4.
Okay, everything's quiet.
All right, let's move out.
Looks like they're having lunch. Or maybe they're setting a trap for us.
Come on, guys. Looks like they're looking the other way, maybe. They're looking the other way.
yeah,
Everyone's
no,
the
I
other
got
way.
it.
Get on the Dyer.
Alright, I'll try and look for a sniping position. Is this what this mech is designed for? At least that's how I customized it.
Target acquired.
Alright guys, we got a pack of tin
Push
balls
Delta
crossing
2, guys.
Delta 2 towards us.
Oh, I think they've seen me.
New target acquired.
Alright. Maybe I'll go down a bit. Let's see better.
Bunch of them around the corner.
New target acquired. Target acquired.
Guys off to the left, start to move back into the high ground in Charlie 2.
Target acquired. New target acquired.
Oh, airstrike.
New target acquired.
Everybody pull back. We're going to push left through Delta 3, take the high ground. Since half of us don't know what the W button is.
Yeah, since nobody's moving. Nobody's moving forward.
New target acquired. New target acquired. Heat level critical.
Great job not pushing.
Heat level critical. Warning incoming. Heat level critical. Left torso critical damage.
Okay. Okay, sending in my assault mech now.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Oh, this is not good. It's 3 to 12. We need to work harder
Target
because
acquired.
otherwise we're not going to win.
Because if we had pushed on the right, the 4 or 5 mechs that were on the left wouldn't have been able to support them.
Dude, I didn't see you leading in, or just...
That's funny because I actually had to back up 150 meters and I was still 300 meters ahead of you. I did
I
lead
don't know
until
what
I
you're
was
talking
crit.
about, man. I was right up.
Half of our players went to the left is what I'm saying. And hill humped instead of pushed. But sitting back hill humping against CWI is going to get you murdered.
Yeah, I think a lot of our team members earlier on we were just
Target acquired.
we were
Target destroyed.
okay. I think we're making progress so far at the moment, but we need to kill a lot more enemy team members because we do need to not only destroy the base, but
Target acquired.
Here they come.
we have to get the most
Back-
kills.
Pull back. Let them come to us, guys.
Either select the right-hand wall or move back in enclave.
New target acquired.
Hug the left wall. Let them push out on us. Keep poking. They have no reason to advance.
Target destroyed. New target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired.
It's taking a long time to lock on. I think the enemy has some sort of electronic countermeasures. Not a good idea to move out at this point in time.
Guys, hug the right-hand wall. They can shoot you. They've got no reason to push forward.
This is the best thing to do, just be to make sure we stay in the game for another 17 minutes. Phoenix, fall back like 200 meters. And just shoot anyone who comes around the corner.
Right wall, guys. If you can see them, they can see you. We've got 5 people set up on an ambush here, and none of us can get a shot on because they're trading with you. And by the way, we've lost another freaking 5 mechs. The trading's obviously not effective.
Guys, let's all push in. If we can all push in at once, then we can at least
New
overwhelm them
target
maybe.
acquired.
So we'll push in now.
Alright, let's push.
Target acquired.
On Nancy. Legs, guys.
Target destroyed. New target acquired. New target acquired. Right torso critical damage. Center torso critical damage. Heat level critical. Right torso destroyed. Right arm destroyed. Autopilot destroyed.
Alright, I'm dead.
Push generally involves the W button.
Reactor online.
Okay, now it's the Centurion. So
Weapons
hope we can
online.
do a bit more damage.
All
Push.
systems nominal.
W button.
Yeah, it seems like some of us some of the team
Follow
members
me.
are hesitant on pushing forward. So I think that's part of the reason why we're getting slaughtered.
Target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired.
Do permadead. Wow.
Okay, so I think at this point we can only do as much damage as we can because I don't think we'll
Doesn't
win.
matter. Everyone's shooting their own target. Half the people aren't even in the same fucking grid as the rest of us. So all this is a waste of time.
Yeah. That guy's not too happy because I think a lot of us were a bit disorganized.
New target.
So
acquired.
800 meters behind a push.
New target acquired.
Imagine that. Trading sucks, isn't effective, and then they
New
push on
target
us. Who would have
acquired.
guessed? Oh, wait.
Dude, is your complaining going to change anything?
If it teaches one pug something, who knows?
Yeah, I think we've lost this one because at this point the enemy has pretty much surrounded our dropship area, and so basically when that happens, as soon as my mech drops in, they can just shoot me and kill me. So it's not a good sign. I think we're gonna lose this match very badly, but oh well. Sometimes it happens because it does sometimes depend on who you're dropping into the match with and who you're up against. Sometimes
Moderate
the enemy might be very well organized, and so
Acquired.
yeah. See, so
Warning,
Yep.
incoming missile.
yeah, the enemy's got a good shot on me.
Warning, incoming missile. Center torso, critical damage. Right arm, critical damage. Right leg, critical damage. Left torso.
Okay, so I'm more dead now. So that's the amount of damage that I've done, 433.
Warning, incoming missile. Center torso, critical damage. Warning, incoming missile. Right torso destroyed. Right arm destroyed. Medium laser. Artillery strike online. Target destroyed.
Oh, this guy's got all small pulse
Target
lasers.
acquired. Target destroyed.
Oh wow.
New target acquired. Missile. Right arm destroyed. Left arm critical damage. Left arm destroyed. Left torso critical damage. Small pulse laser destroyed. Critical damage. Right torso critical damage. New target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired. Artillery strike online.
Okay, let's see what this spider can do.
Target acquired.
Took them long enough to kill me.
Target destroyed.
Good shot, guys. Keep it up.
Stone, you might want to lock your arms. It makes it easier.
Target acquired.
A hell of a lot easier, actually.
Incoming missile. Left arm critical damage. Right leg destroyed. Artillery strike online.
Why isn't he attacking? Oh, he's the last guy.
System offline.
Oh, what is he doing? He's shutting down. Yeah. So we've pretty much lost, because it doesn't matter even if we destroy the base, we didn't get the most kills, so we lose on that regardless. Ah. Okay, so let's see how we went. Okay, so this is the amount of damage that I've done. So I think I did alright. But my other team members, I think they did a lot better. This guy here's got 1,879 damage. So anyway, let's see the stats. Okay, so not too shabby. Alright, so we earned 309 loyalty points. Okay, so I think this has been a reasonably, yeah, I think next time it would be good if we can, yeah, because I think, like I said, you know, sometimes it really does depend on who you drop into the match with and who you're up against. Sometimes the enemy team can be very, very well organized. So anyway, so thank you for watching and hope that you enjoyed it. And if you could please like, comment, subscribe and share. So look forward to seeing you next time. This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur. Take care.